Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online video here on the channel. Yesterday we talked about vehicles that I want to see in the next DLC. Today, I want to talk about weapons in the next update. Are we going to get any, and what kind of weapons should they add if they are going to add some in? Now, the part that's worrying when it comes to new weapons being added is that in the announcement newswire for this DLC, there is zero mention of any new weaponry being added, which doesn't really bode well for right now. However, it's not impossible because Drug Wars, I don't think, had any mention of new weapons in the initial announcement, and same for the Criminal Enterprise DLC, if I remember correctly. Both of those updates, we got new weapons in, and they didn't announce them beforehand. But I do hope the trend of releasing weapons continues because ever since the contract update almost a couple of years ago now, we have gotten new weapons with every single DLC. Now, not all of them are good weapons or ones that you'd use on a daily basis, but they are new things to play around with, which is the point I'm trying to make. And for this upcoming DLC with Yusuf Amir, there is definitely some potential for some very cool weapons to be added. For starters, the most obvious pick would be the infamous golden SMG from the Battle to Tony that Yusuf Amir is holding in the artwork for the game. And you might be thinking, well, we already have the micro SMG, and we already have the Yusuf Amir luxury finish for the micro SMG too, so there's really not a reason to add this in. I would say the gold SMG is more of a full-sized Uzi, whereas the micro SMG is, well, a micro variant of it. And even if they are similar, there is one very distinct difference between them. The gold SMG from GTA 4 was a bullet hose. I mean, this thing fired like a minigun. Even though we did get the tactical SMG in the Mercenaries update about 6 months ago, there is still a desire from the community for a really fast-firing SMG that feels powerful. Like in the clip I just showed you, when you fired that golden SMG, it just felt powerful, just dumping rounds downrange in rapid succession. The full-size Uzi with a dramatically increased fire rate at a slight cost of accuracy and range would have to be my #1 choice for a new weapon in this update, especially since it's Yusuf Amir's gun. Aside from that, there are a bunch of fan-favorite weapons from the Battle to Tony that they could add. The Pistol 44 would be another great addition. We get lots of pea-shooter handguns in GTA Online, but this one could be special as it's based on a 44 auto-mag handgun, so it shoots more powerful rounds. They could kind of design it as a hybrid between the heavy revolver and Pistol 50 in terms of damage and fire rate, which, by the way, the Pistol 50 is just a disgrace. It should do way more damage than it does. I would say a 3 or 4 shot to the body with a fire rate akin to the double action revolver would be well balanced enough. You just don't want to make the same mistake of introducing another pistol and not having it stand out to where no one uses it. It just gets thrown to the garbage like the 15 other handguns that we have in GTA Online. Keeping up with the trend of old GTA 4 weapons from that DLC, another weapon people have been desiring is a new LMG. Because aside from the Mark II Combat MG, we actually have never gotten a new LMG. And just like the SMG situation, people have been wanting a fast-firing one with a high rate of fire. Much like the one from the Battle to Tony that has a big magazine and fires really fast, which is the complete opposite of the LMGs that we have right now in GTA Online. The Combat MG, although very powerful, fires very slow, even though it's still faster than a lot of other weapons in the game. And the regular MG is just completely terrible, so a new one would absolutely be welcomed. And one with a fast fire rate at that. Aside from those three though, some form of the explosive rounds AA-12 would be cool, though I'm sure many people might be against that just because of the fact that it's explosive, but there are many ways that they could balance an AA-12 explosive round shotgun. For example, giving it a slower bullet velocity and very limited range so it's harder to hit targets, especially fast moving ones, and make it so the explosives don't do a whole lot of damage, but more so cause a lot of destruction, if that makes sense. If you remember the one from GTA 4, when you shot cars with it, just regular old cars, it would cause a lot of deformation to the vehicle, but it wouldn't outright blow it up until like the 5th or 6th shot that you put into it. We don't want a situation like the explosive pump shotgun where it's just an instant kill the moment you fire it, except at a faster fire rate with it being an AA-12, because that would just be obnoxious and really overpowered. And another component that I think would be appreciated is if it didn't ragdoll players on foot. It can blow up in their face, but if you make it ragdoll, it might as well just be a one-shot because all they'd have to do is follow up with some more shots while they sit on the ground incapable of fighting back, which would not be fun to go against. NPCs, it can ragdoll all they want, that's fine. But players just make it do straight up damage, and because it's explosive, it also has splash damage as well. Kind of like how fire works in GTA Online. You can ragdoll NPCs with fire, but players, they can just run directly through fire and not ragdoll at all. And then for the final weapon, which is one that I actually made an entire video on a little while ago, and that is the cut programmable AR, which fires airburst grenades. There's a lot of evidence in the game files of this weapon existing, and while it wouldn't exactly fit with the theme of this update, I don't think, Rockstar could potentially not have any weapons for the launch of the DLC, but then have them in the game files saved to release later down the line, in which case it wouldn't exactly have to fit with the update's main theme. They did this with the Drug Wars update when they added in the WM29 pistol and the railgun later in the drip feed. The WM29 pistol was for the Die Hard event, which wasn't exactly themed around the Drug Wars update entirely, but rather another event within the DLC. And the railgun they just kind of tossed in, so anything is possible. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Tomorrow is the big reveal day for the next Grand Theft Auto game, so I will be streaming in the early hours of the morning, around 7 or so Central Time, before the trailer drops, so we can all watch it together for the first time on stream, which should be a lot of fun. Also, let me know what weapons you guys would want to see in the next update down in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can add these to the join button, or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.